Hey everybody, my name is Matt Klaskowski, and in this video we're going to take a grid of photos from this and we're going to create a composite in Lightroom only to this, but we're just going to use Lightroom. All right, we're not going to use Photoshop. I actually did a video. If you go to mattkay.com/eclipse, I did a bunch of videos on editing Eclipse photos. I decided to do something different because there's literally thousands of tutorials and videos on how to photograph the Eclipse, but I haven't seen a lot out there on what to do with those photos afterwards. So that's where I came in and just decided to do a couple of different things inside there. So again, mattkay.com/eclipse. This came from a question I got and somebody said, can we do it in Lightroom? So let's dive in. I'll show you what we can do. We're obviously limited to a degree. We can only do so much inside of Lightroom, but there are some things that we can do if we want to put some photos together. So the idea behind this is, if you look, I've got some different phases. I got the glasses. I looked at the Eclipse with my family. I didn't take any photos, so this is actually an illustration, but this is very similar to the different phases that we see out there that a lot of people went out and shot. So what you do is you basically get them all inside of Lightroom here, and we're going to go to the crop tool, because the first thing that we need to do is we need to crop these photos so that they're all going to be square. So I'm going to go to the crop tool up here in the develop module, and under aspect ratio, I'm just going to hit 1:1, and then I'm actually going to hold down my Option or Alt and the Shift key, and that's going to bring it in. I'm going to kind of crop it. I'm not going to go super tight. I want to leave a little bit of space on the side of them. All right, so right about there. All right, so I've got one photo cropped. Now, the cool thing about this is what we're going to do is we're going to shift click at the end of the photos, which is going to select all of the photos here. And then what we're going to do is going to click on Sync down here in the bottom right. Go up here, you're going to just check crop. Make sure you check none and then just turn on the crop, and then you're going to hit synchronize. And what that's going to do is it's going to go through and it's going to apply that same exact crop to all these different photos inside of here. The only thing left to do at this point would be to go into each photo. You can hit R for the crop tool, because what's going to happen is some of them, naturally, as the sun moves, if you're not dead center in every frame, you're going to see some that are off a little bit. So you generally just want to center the composition, whatever that composition may be, however much of the phase that it includes or doesn't include. So you see here, just hit the letter R. I'm just going to kind of move that over a little bit, right about there. Go to the next photo, hit the letter R, move that over a little bit. Again, next photo, hit the letter R, move that one over a little bit, and just keep going down the line. Remember, R is your shortcut for the crop tool, so you don't have to go and click on the crop tool every single time. And that'll speed up the process for you. All right, so let's definitely want that one in the center, right about there. And I think that's close enough, and that's close enough. Okay, so now we've got all our images ready. We're good to go. And what we need to do is lay this out, and we're going to use the print module for this. If you're thinking, I don't print my photos or whatever, don't worry about it, because what we're going to do is just create the layout. You can actually save it as a JPEG and you can share it online if you're not actually printing the photos. Okay, so let's head over here to the print module. First thing you need to do is go under Layout Style in the top right and choose Custom Package. And then from there, we're going to create our own sized image. So we're going to come down here to Page Setup. And under paper size, I'm going to go to a place where I can choose custom sizes. All right. The idea behind this is you got to figure out how many photos you have. So I've got 12. So I want them to span a page equally. I've got 12 square photos. So I'm going to make this simple. I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to type in, let's hit that little plus icon. I'm going to type in 60 because I got 12. I'm going to go with an easy number, 5. 5 times 12 is 60. All right. And then for the height, I'll go with 12 inches on the height. Again, I'm not going to print this, so I don't care that this is a huge print. Now, if you are going to print this, you need to pick a paper size that you can work with, and then start to do the math there. So if it's going to be 22 inches, 22 divided by 12, whatever that happens to be. So in here, again, 60 by 12, I'm going to just type in 0 for all of those margins in there. Click OK, and then click OK one more time. So now I've got my canvas. All right. Again, remember, we're not printing this. We're just going to save this as a JPEG to post on the web or your website or wherever. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our cells section, And we want to create a cell that's going to be the size of the image that we want. So I'm going to go over to any one of these little options over here. Just click on edit, and you're going to enter, for me, I'm going to enter 5 by 5. 5 by 5, it's going to be a square image. 5 times 12 is 60, so everything's going to fit perfectly going across the image here. Okay, so you can see I've already got one there, and it adds a little cell over here. Now the rest of it's easy. All we do is just keep clicking that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got our 12 images that go all the way across. And then from here, the rest of this is super simple. We just drag from the grid or from the film strip down here, we just drag them up. So it helps if they're in order. Mine aren't exactly in order. So I'm just going to be guesstimating a couple of these here. So see there, that's looking good. I think I screwed up. If you do screw up, you can just kind of just drag another one. Just drag it over into there, just like that. Just drag it from this film strip and it'll replace it. So let's look here. So we're coming in from the left-hand side. We'll go with that one, and then we'll go with that one, and then we'll go with the totality. And then let's see. Now we're moving over on the other side. So here. Again, I think I screwed. Yeah, I did. That one should go there. Then we got another one, and moving down the line, I think that one looks like it could go there. I think that one looks like it could go there, and we could add our last one in here. So we've essentially composited these. It looks like a composite, but it's not. We're just using how we crop them to make it look like they're all together, even though there's really no overlap or anything happening in there where we needed to jump to Photoshop for. Again, it's not going to work for everything, but it'll work for an image like this. And if you wanted to add a little bit of style to it, come down here to your page panel, turn on your identity plate, and just click inside the identity plate. You can choose edit and then go type in your text. Let's go with ultralight. How's that? Size white, click OK. And you'll see here you can move it around. You can grab the side of it, kind of change how big or small it'll appear. And you can drop it right on there. Now, when you're done, and remember I had mentioned you don't have to be printing this to use this. When you're done, you just go over here to the print job panel. You'll see it says print to printer. You just change this to JPEG. All right. As file resolution, just leave it as whatever it's going to stay on there. JPEG quality, if I'm going to post it online, I usually knock it down to 75, 80% or so. Right inside there. And if you wanted to resize it and make it smaller, because this is 60 inches is going to be a big image, you could jump in there and resize it and make it a little bit smaller. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of creative ideas if you're not a Photoshop user or any type of a program that has layers, but you're a Lightroom user and you still want to create a composite like that. You can do some of those things inside of Lightroom. And if you want to download the images, they'll be down in that on that page, mattkay.com/eclipse, where all the videos and everything are on there. You can go and you can download these images and you can practice along. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.